You can unmute yourself, Jerry.
Here we go again. Guys, I would have all three of you answer this question. This is our first time really getting to see your freshman players. What do you think of these guys, and what stands out about them? If you could just address them a little bit individually.
I would say that they're the most rawly talented class that we've had for freshmen, which is saying a lot, honestly. When you think about Ron and them's class, they're the most athletic class that we've had for freshmen, and they're just really good, and they're hard workers, and they're willing to learn. I don't really want to go individually. I think they all kind of bring their different skill sets to the table, but I'll just say overall they're extremely talented and extremely athletic, and they're probably the most ready, physically, in terms of a freshman class.
I would say that overall, they're all special players, and each and every one of them brings something to the table. So they're all ready to go.
I say they got a lot of height and a lot of length. Like Coach Pike said, length is your strength. But yeah, they're gonna help us out on the defensive end a lot, and they're quick. I feel like they're quick learners, and like G was saying, they're real athletic and very versatile. That's really much I gotta say.
Thanks, guys.
We'll go next to Bobby Darren.
Guys, I guess this is for all three of you as well. What has these past couple months been like, dealing with the testing, the practicing, not certainty of playing, and being here with those, realizing there's not going to be any fans?
Yeah, it's been different. It's something that you got to adjust to. At times it can kind of be negative in a sense, but you have to, understand that it's life right now, and everybody's going through it. So, we're kind of figuring it out as we go. But, the positive part is that we get to be on the court, with our brothers, with our family, and that's what makes it fun. That's what make coming to practice fun. So we're good.
Can you ask the question again? I kind of.
Basically, what's this past couple months been like with everything that's going on? How have you handled it, and what's it been like amongst the team?
Well, me personally, I take it as it's a negative and a positive. Like G just said, my positive is I'm in the gym all day, every day, and I see my teammates in the gym all day, every day. That's the positive everybody really took out of it, and the negative part is just really just for guys who live out of state, just seeing my family members and stuff like that. But just other than that, everything is great. Just staying in the gym. That's what matters here, right? Basketball.
I would say that it's a rough time for everybody. We as like a family, we just gotta stay unit, and then each and everybody on our team be in the gym working on the craft. Even if we get our days off, stuff like that. It's a rough moment, but we gotta get through it. Everybody facing it right now in the world.
Thanks, guys. We'll take a question from Brian Fonseca.
Hey guys, this is for Geo and Jacob. The NCAA giving a blanket waiver and kind of making this a free year gives you guys the chance to come back next year if you'd like. Have you given any thought to that at all, to that possibility?
I wouldn't say that we've had a lot of thought about it. I think it's a great option for every single player, to have that chance to come back, because we know this season's going to be a roller coaster. But right now we're just focused on this season and what we can do this year.
Piggyback on what G said, just focused on what we can do right now and this year, we'll talk about that at the end of the season next year to see if next year is even worth coming back,
Take a question next from JP Pelton.
Gio, you were pretty vocal, and you kind of addressed it earlier when you mentioned no fans. You were pretty vocal last year about how much the crowds at the RAC meant to you, the atmosphere. How do you deal with, and the RAC has just become such a thing. How are you guys going to deal with it? Do you have to just create your own energy? What's it going to be like in the first time you look up there and it's just so, it's so different? How are you guys going to deal with that?
Yeah, I think you just said it. We definitely have to create our own energy. It's something that none of us have ever really been through before. So, to be honest, I don't really have like a perfect answer for you, because I'm not really sure how it's going to be with no fans. But at the end of the day, if we have a season, we got to come out ready to play hard. We're still going to stick to our principles, and we're going to have to make the best of it.
Take a
I'm sorry.
question. Go ahead.
Could Jacob take that too? I apologize, Jordan. Could Jacob take that too?
No. Yeah, Jacob, same question about the fans.
Oh, about the fans. In my opinion, the atmosphere it's gonna be kind of hard adjusting to, but if we just see it as like practice or something and just take it as like practice, I feel like that'd be like the way you'll play. Like, you feel me? It's a practice like atmosphere. There's nobody in the gym. You have to worry about anybody saying the crowd booing, the crowd screaming. Like, it's like a practice atmosphere. That's how I see it, as a positive way.
Thank you.
Take the next question from Richie Schneider,
right? This question's for Geo. So, Geo, you were named to the Bob Cousy watch list. What was your reaction when you found out, and what was the first thing you did?
It's just a blessing, honestly. It's something I never even really thought about. I didn't really expect it, to be honest. Every year, I feel like no one really shows that much love to me or to our team. So it was something that was definitely different. I'm excited about it, but I always say preseason doesn't really matter. I say that when we were put 12th in the Big Ten, and I'm gonna say that now. We're getting all this love in preseason. What matters is what you do during the season, and I just want to win, so I don't really care about all that. It's just all about the team stuff.
And then what was the first thing you did when you found out? Did you call your mom or something?
My mom actually called me. My mom called me. I didn't, because she actually saw it before I did. So she was on top of her stuff. She called me about it. I didn't even know. And but just a great moment. To be able to talk about that with my mom, because like I said, it's just something that we never even really thought about before this year. So
appreciate it.
Take a question from Steve Politi.
Hey, this is for Geo. You guys had a season taken from you, at least the end of the season taken from you last year. I'm just curious if you when you see these numbers rising of COVID cases, if you're worried about whether or not you guys will get this entire season.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that we're worried. It's more just we're gonna control what we can control. This stuff with COVID is out of our hands, and right now what we can control is practicing hard, playing hard, and just hoping that those games that are scheduled happen. So we're doing our part, and then hopefully everything else just works out. But at the end of the day, we're going to do everything that we can to make sure that we have a season.
We'll go Aaron Brightman next.
This is for Geo and Jacob. Last year in the preseason, you guys firmly believed that the NCAA tournament was your ultimate destination. Obviously, with what happened last season, how has that affected the team's mindset going into this year? And is that proverbial chip on your shoulder even bigger, wanting to prove the doubters wrong?
I would say that, in our minds, we felt like we accomplished the goal of making the tournament last year. And, when you accomplish one goal, it opens up the door for another one. So I feel like our goals are way bigger than that this year. We always say national championship when we break. So that's the things that we're thinking about now. We're not even really thinking about the tournament. We're thinking about how do we win games in the tournament. So that's kind of our mindset now. We feel like we already accomplished that goal, and we're just trying to take it to another level.
To piggyback on what G was saying, that's our main goal, win a national championship. We would love to reverse last year. First time in a long time we going to the tournament. Like, it's still a little nips that we carry. Like, we wish we would have played in that. But I think as far as everything else goes, I feel like everybody's focused on this year and doing bigger and better things than we did last year.
Thanks.
We'll go Chris Nowalski and then Dom Salino.
Oh. Hey guys. I just want to get your thoughts on being ranked in the preseason for the first time in a while. It's kind of similar to other questions before, but
kind of what I said earlier. I don't try to look at preseason too much. I think it's great that we're ranked in the preseason. It's something that hasn't happened in a really long time here. They're showing a lot of love, but at the end of the day, we still got to win games. Still got to go out there, and now people are going to be coming after us. We're not really the hunter anymore. Now we're the hunted. So we got to, play even harder. Got to be more focused, better details, and just stick to our game plan.
I mean, we deserve to be higher more. We think we deserve to be higher more than that, and then we just gotta go out there every single night when people come at us and show them like we not the team no more that gonna be homecoming for people. So they're gonna be homecoming for us, and then we gotta go and show that we deserve like we the top 10 team, and we're gonna prove it too.
Being the top 24 team was interesting. You know, it was fun finding out with AP top 25, but I feel like it's more on the table now. I feel like top 25 is just a number nowadays. You feel me? Just a number.
Hey, this one is for Jacob. Where do you think your game has taken a step up in the offseason? Where were some areas where you were looking to improve coming into your senior year?
Really just playing on the ball, like for as being like more of like a facilitator than try to go score every time or attack every time. Like just looking for my teammates more and being even more of a presence this year on defense. Being that lead guy, just coming with that intensity, bringing the intensity on defense. And that's really all I really pushed for this summer to get better at.
We'll go to Brian Fonseca with the question.
Hey guys, so I'm sure you guys have been following, reading about this saga with Seton Hall and scheduling issues. I guess what's your general reaction to that? And if it ends up not happening, how disappointing is it given how important it is to New Jersey basketball?
I feel like that, there's been enough talk about that game. At this point, we're focused on us. We're focused on the games that we're going to play. We're focused on the games that are on our schedule. At this point, that's the only thing we can really think about right now. We're not going to be focused on any other team. And, the rivalry's great. This is my 4th year here. I love it. I would love to play that game, but at the end of the day, if it's not on the schedule, then that's all right with us. We're not really worried about them. We're worried about our own team.
We've got time for one more question if somebody wants to jump in.
Can JY answer the last question also?
About playing Seton Hall.
Yeah.
Like G was just saying, we're worried about ourselves. Like if they want to play us, they'll play us. But in my perspective, I feel like we should just be in the time that we live in right now. I feel like we should just be worried about us and our season and whoever wants to play us and whoever is on our schedule. I totally agree with that.
Cratch, was that a hand there?
Yeah, Jordan. I guess for all three of you guys, how different is it, not take basketball aside, like the day-to-day on campus where there's not a lot of students there, and how drastically your lives kind of changed to make sure you are staying safe so you can play this season?
Yeah, it's been a big change, honestly. Everything's online in terms of classes. You don't really, unless we're going to the gym, you don't really leave your room. You know what I mean? So it's like everything's online, classes online, tutoring's online. So that's something that's different. And you got to find new ways to kind of like interact with people. And then you're always thinking about being safe. You're putting a mask on. Every time you touch a door handle, you start thinking about washing your hands. Like everything is just a lot different. So it's something that we're still trying to get used to. You can't be perfect with it, but we're trying our best. And everything's just a lot different.
It's a very, very rough, tough moment. Every day when you get a chance to wake up, you gotta educate yourself and then protect yourself, wear your mask, and then basically and get up for your COVID test. That's a big challenge for everybody and our team, but we still gotta get to it, make sure our safety is our number one priority right now so we can have a season.
I feel like it can be challenging at times, but for us, I feel like we're used to it now. I feel like when we left in March, when the season ended in March, that's all everybody was doing was at the house, always in the house. Like I feel like we adapted to that, but that's how we live now, and that's how we're on campus. But on campus wise, it's different. You don't see any students or stuff that's usually open isn't open. So it's days I don't even leave Livingston campus. Like I don't even leave. Like, you know, I'm on this campus for like a week sometimes. I don't even leave. But yeah, it's been challenging a little bit, but not really.
Okay, one last question from Brian Fonseca for this group.
Hey Gio, I saw you were off to the side for a bit during practice today. Are you doing all right? Was something happen?
Oh no, everything's good. I'm good.
All right, thank you.
All right. On that note, we'll let these guys head out of here. Thank you, Geo, Mamadou, Jacob. Appreciate you.